It's important really to, or definitely, it's important to play standing up. It's important to get into that sort of routine, of playing standing up. Because when you're practicing sat down, you get everything perfect, you get everything as near as damn it as you possibly can. But then when you stand up, things change. Your positions and everything is affected, and it affects your playing. And so it's important to, if you're playing or practicing in a band for a performance, it's definitely a good idea for you to practice standing up, playing standing up, you know. It will serve a lot better in the end. Okay, a close-up of the fretting hand now of showing you how this riff goes, and then I'll break it down for you as well. Okay, I'll do it slowly a couple of times. Okay, right there, let's sort of run through of showing you the actual techniques and chords involved. Okay, first it's like you're pedaling on the E string, but first you're going an F5 power chord, and then back to the picking on the E string, and then onto the A sharp power chord, A sharp 5 power chord, or just the A sharp power chord I prefer to call it, but you whatever works for you. Okay, and then back on the excuse me, I have to do that again, one of those, and then after that is the fill. It's fret space 5, 5, 7, 8. You can palm mute if you want to. But either way, it's those two notes there. On the E string, it's 5, 7, 8. And then on the A string above, it's 6, 7, 9. Forming that shape, forming that note pattern. And then it goes. It's a bit hard to explain my way through each riff, but I'll do I'll do as best I can. Let's do it again. So it's the two chords of this, and then is the fill, and then back to the picking part, like that. It's okay if I play the riff slowly again so I can show you exactly how it goes. Okay. Okay, so it's a bit of a tricky one to walk through and explain, but it's quite, but I managed to do it in the end. So just those two chords and the note. So the distinguishing thing of this riff is those two chords and the note fill there. You know what I explained, and of course, and the picking rhythm. I'll now transfer to the right hand. And now I will show you the right hand picking mechanics of the riff. Okay, it's on the note fill there. It's optional whether you want to. I sort of tend to do the bottom string and then lift the pick when I get to the second one. It's optional whether you want to do whatever, you know. So it's like whether you want to do the open string or perhaps a bit of a two colours like that, which is pretty good thing to do. But it's an optional thing, and it depends on what feels natural to how you play and that sort of thing. And some of these things I do at random, you know, I don't really think about them, but sometimes I do them deliberately, you know, because I think they really sound really good, you know. And of course, you know, you got to experiment a little bit, and it's a pretty simple thing to do like that. But experiment and see what sounds good to your ear, you know, and that's the important thing. But yeah, just to cover the main right hand picking of how the overall riff goes.